food, and it looked really tasty. So he was aged for 1,000 days. I did not. And then I figured I should probably get some crackers. And what's cheese and crackers about the lobster omelet, right? Right. And that is when I thought to myself,
why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I knew that, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I come a car, I run it back. Call your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. Ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. I ain't never coming back the way the strand. You don't make no clap.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Gets past one man. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Cook. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 67 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Saints 0.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here first and 10 at their own 26. On play action. Now Breeze. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8. Check 55 to Mike.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is the very dangerous Mike Hughes. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They run again on first down. Cook, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now Cook. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before. I can't believe they let you play.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, Delta.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. The 16. Gun. Switch. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5 black. Cover. 54. You going.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score, Vikings 14, Saints nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
54. Big stop, D.
Following the interception, Cousins looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, Charles, while we have a second, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. Where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win team from the NFC East.
I know I'm a dinosaur on this one. Absolutely. I love the division champ getting a home game. I don't care what the record is, and I know it sounds wrong, and we're in this society now where everything has to be fair and right. And we would like that, and I would like that too for most big topics. But in sports, it's actually kind of cool when these things happen. Remember, Seattle at 7-9 hosted the defending Super Bowl champs New Orleans and beat them. That big Marshawn Lynch run that we'll remember forever. Carolina 7-8-1. They actually lost at home in their playoff game. So you don't know how it's going to turn. I like division champs winning it and getting a home game, even when the records are kind of messed up.
I'm with you. You're making me smile.
How about that? You and I sitting at the home, two old dudes going, that's the way it ought to be.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On second down, Kamara. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 26 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play fake. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's our time. It's our time.
The heart! Ready! 54! Line 54! Pick me up! Here we go!
On third down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point try by Bailey. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Saints 7. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Tom. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, this is Madison. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
You ready? Check 55, Mike. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Breeze going to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. On the ground, this is Kamara. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Breeze. And brought in by the tight end pull. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And Diggs has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
We don't want this. Gun. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands two. Motion man. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Vikings 1st down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On the ground, it's Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
54. Mike 54. Let's go one more. Gun.
Going on the ground with Madison. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Going to run with Madison again. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Took it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards. In the National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people